The Quest for Happiness is an essay written by Dalai Lama. In this, he has provided us three factors which are required for getting happiness in life. What are these three factors? The first one is wealth, the second health, and third one friendship. We have started discussing that first, that is wealth. He says that wealth is important in life, but to what extent human being should possess wealth? He says that wealth which provides fundamental needs, that is enough. And what are these fundamental needs? That decent shelter, healthy environment, nutritious food, and clean water. So if we have this much wealth, that is okay, that can bring human happiness. But in addition to that, he gives that concept in Tibetan culture, that is of Kunga Dundu. And the meaning of this word is, we have studied in previous lecture, that which makes us all happy and can fulfill our wishes. Means money. What is the definition of money in this culture? That thing which makes us all happy and can fulfill our wishes. And here Dalai Lama discusses in detail that this is not the that real definition or true definition, because in addition to this happiness and wishes, this money brings stress, anxiety, and unhappiness also when you cross the limit. What is the limit? After getting fundamental needs satisfied, if you go further to purchase all that material comforts in your life, you will not be satisfied permanently, according to him. Here one example is given to create laughter and joke in his discussion. He presents this example before public, and he here says that in Tibetan tradition, religious tradition, they have one practice. They recite one mantra which is associated with Buddha compassion. What is that mantra? Om Mani Padme Hum. So frequently these Tibetan people, they have habit to pronounce this particular mantra. But when they are busy, they just pronounce cutting short this mantra. They say sometimes Om Mani Padme, Om Mani Padme, and sometimes Mani Padme, Om Mani, and finally just Mani. So MANI, this word is there in their mantra, but finally we know that this word is right, means like that word in English, money, MONEY. So he creates joke that even in religious practices they stress on money, and definitely this money is needed for some extent, but that is not the final ultimate thing that can provide you permanent satisfaction in your life. He says, he adds one thing, that when you purchase a new car, new telephone, new house, that time you can get temporary satisfaction, and when you purchase these things, your level of comfort or daily convenience, that increase, but that is temporary one. Okay, but after some period again you feel same nervousness, same stress, same anxiety. No comfort, no convenience can give you the permanent happiness. There is no guarantee of this, that these things will bring any lasting or permanent satisfaction to your life, or can give you that well-being, sense of well-being. He says, in fact, acquiring more possessions often leads to greater anxiety, stress, and worry. See, if you have wealth which is enough to get fundamental needs to be satisfied, it's okay. But after that, one day will be having such type of anxiety, worry, and stress with this. Okay, so this is how that is not actually that means needed thing to be happy in life. He provides one research also, one evidence from research also. What is that? Psychologists and social scientists, they did research in this matter, and they found that this money cannot provide the permanent effects in human behavior or mental behavior of satisfaction, but they they found that, or such studies suggest that after that initial excitement of a new purchase has worn off, our level of happiness quickly returns to the previous level. So when you have something new, you become very excited and happy, but after a few moments, after a few days, after a few months, again you come to that natural level of your life. You are with again some problems and difficulties. So this is how in spoken Tibetan we have an expression. Dalai Lama again comes to the Tibetan culture, and he tells all these audience about that expression in their culture. What is that? In their language, there is one word, asar taspo, or very asar. Sar means new, and he says that when you have something new, you have that effect of that new thing in your life, but that is not permanent one, that is temporary one. So is this then useful thing in your life which can bring just to the temporary satisfaction? No, not at all. We need that permanent happiness, and for that there is no need of purchasing new things. That suggests that the person is greedy, that suggests the person is excitable, that suggests that person is very weak by mentality. So if you have such type of greediness and excitable and weak nature, when you see something you want to purchase. So this is how you can check yourself whether you are greedy, whether you are weak by nature. So if you run after such latest trends and new gadgets, definitely you should stop, says Dalai Lama. And Dalai Lama says that he thinks modern consumerist culture tends to encourage this kind of fickleness. You have online purchasing mode, and when you see some things on some Amazon or Snapdeal, you are led to purchase those things without thinking twice. You just click and pay the amount. So this is how that fickleness of your mind, greed of your mind, that encourages you to purchase. Okay, so conflict from that resources, and of course from material values you can find in your families. Okay, in international level also you have trouble out of this material values or material things. So what is the reason behind any conflict? According to Dalai Lama, in families also, in various nations also, money is the only thing which creates conflicts in human life, according to Dalai Lama. So this is how that wealth is creating problem in human life, and we should not go for wealth, but we should go for that reality which tells us that money is not that final thing in the life. So I'll stop here. In the next lecture we'll be continuing with the remaining part. So